nice with it. The gear's tight, looking right, you got the ice with it. A conversation with me will change your life. Your wife wants the pipe, and when I hit, you feel a slight difference. In her box, my cock's bigger, I'm hot nigga. She don't rock with you, she got with you for dough. Your hoes a thought, if you fuck around, I'll take your mom, kiss her, fuck her, then I'm taking your hot sister. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. You cuff that bitch, I'ma fuck that bitch. You in love that chick, will suck that dick. That slut will kick you out your house, man, fuck your couch. I'm Rick James, bitch, I'll take your bitch and fuck her mouth, nigga. You bitchin' cause I'm smashing your hoe, you so passionate though. You would laugh for her to go on the trip, now you trippin' because I got her ass, you acting vaginal, bro. I'll give her back, blow her back out, then go. Nigga, act like you know. Sharing is caring, nigga, I dare a nigga to swear that niggas can get to his chick. I put fear in niggas, they scared this nigga will take the girl and make her my bitch. You the type to die for a slut, you lie just to fuck. You like to get drunk and high just to get the courage to say hi, you a punk. You want to get some ass but then you act like a monk. She's stringing you along, it's going on like a month. You spending all this dough, she still ain't touching your junk. She taking off her pennies and you smelling the funk. You say you hate it but you ate it even though that it stunk. Nasty ass nigga. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. I'ma keep fucking your lady. My pull-out game's amazing, we ain't having a baby. You bitchin' moaning and crying, complaining, acting crazy because I'm fucking your girl, you punk ass, you pay me. Get cash to smash your whack ass chick. You too stupid to realize I'm teaching your whack ass shit. All up in your feelings, you feeling all attached and it's making you go crazy. And maybe if you had that shit we call game, you know you can't control no hoe. No matter if she's bad or right or just so-so. You trying to control that bitch, that's a no-no. You worried about other niggas, that's so homo. Pause. Niggas wanna be so romantic, but they chick be all up on another man's dick. I be on that man shit, they be acting manic. I don't think these guys know what a man is. Y'all thinking you're out here winning with your money and status, you're thinking you're rich. But how you see yourself as a winner if I could ruin your day by smashing your bitch? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's poppin'? What's good, what's good, what's good, what's good? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Joe Blast in the building. What's going on, fam? King Leak in the building. What's good, what's good? Drew Star was poppin', Service Dweller. Leon was good. New Day, Baby L, what's going on? JD, OG Hot Rod, Hakeem, Goldie is in the building. High Tide Chai, Hakeem, what's going on? AT is in the chat. What up? Women's Lux Magazine is in the building. And Certified Tyrone is in the building, man. Yeah, so guys, calling number is 516-387-1224. 516-387-1224 is the number. So, I titled this one, beta male tears, man, because these dudes still out here crying that, because they ain't getting no pussy. You understand? Listen, it's terrible because I'm out here all day and I just keep hearing this. That's all I hear all day is crying. These are the beta males crying right here, guys. This is them like upset that they ain't getting no pussy. So what happens is when a guy is upset that he's not getting any pussy, he sort of feels a certain type of way about women, giving pussy out. You understand? Having sex with other guys. See, it's the thing. The guys who are getting sex are not complaining. The guys who aren't getting sex are complaining about the women giving sex to the guys that are not them. You understand? Now, I was on TikTok earlier. Shout out to my dude, K-Zaggin20 in the chat. What's poppin', bro? I was on TikTok earlier, right? And I saw this video, and I'm gonna play this video for you real quick, and I'm gonna comment on this video. So some dude on TikTok, and he's basically, talking the whole thing about like how he's like, why do women basically complain about guys saying, oh, well, if a guy has sex with a bunch of women, he's cool. But if a woman has sex with a bunch of men, there's something wrong with her, whatever it is like that, right? So he's trying to basically explain this. But what I want you to notice with the stuff that he's talking about and that he's explaining, it shows you that he's the type of guy who doesn't really get women. See, my dude, Miles Cunningham, he always talks about how your language exposes you. You understand what I'm saying? And so I want you to watch this video and I want you to tell me if you think this guy is the type of guy, you understand, who's actually getting girls out here. But check this out.
Men get praised for sleeping with a lot of women, but women get shit on for being a slut. Yeah. Think about it. Like, obviously it's that way. Let's talk about why. It is a secret to nobody that women control the flow of sex in this world, okay? Now, with the notable exception, rape, right? Women control whether or not it happens. As a man, I have to convince you to let me fuck you. All you gotta do is just let me. Very rarely is it the opposite where a man has a bunch of fucking women and he's got a fucking man on way, right? No. As a man, to convince women to let me fuck you, I have to do a whole bunch of shit. I gotta take you out to dinner, I gotta treat you well, I gotta look nice, I gotta smell nice, I gotta be funny, witty, charming, smart, I gotta be confident, but not too confident. And we both know there's a million fucking men willing to fuck you at any second, so I gotta beat out a million competitors. We have to go through this rigorous testing phase to see if you let us in. And you girls fucking love that. You eat that shit up. You love when we dine you out and take you out nice and fucking yeah. You guys create that dynamic. It is hard to sleep with a lot of women. Not every man can do it. But to all the women out there, how many guys on your phone that if you said, hey, come over, they would? Like, if you really wanted to, it'd be no problem. Because it's not that hard. It takes no effort, okay? You could be the ugliest, biggest, fattest fucking bitch there is, and one guy who's just a little bit too desperate and a little bit too horny, the perfect little combination, they would be all over you. Now, ladies, if you don't want this anymore, you don't want this kind of dynamic, go fuck your best friend right now. Go fuck all your guy friends. Go fuck all of them. Every single one of you. Whore yourself out. Make it normal to have like a 35, 40 body count. Go do it. Eventually that dynamic will go away. It's on you guys. It's on you. You put it all on us. It's not on us. It's on you guys too. It's fucking equality. All right?
That's the beta males right there crying. You understand? Now, listen.
My name is Christopher.
Hold on. We stop this shit. Hold on. Listen. This guy, look at all the shit that he said. Look at the stuff he said, right? This dude was like, I got to convince you to have sex with me, right? Beta male shit, right? I got to take you on 3 or 4 dates and get to know you, and then maybe I'll get some sex. Beta male shit. You understand? See, a guy who actually has game, who's attractive, who knows how to get women, right, is not sitting there talking this bullshit. You understand? Like, yo, like, I'm telling you guys, listen, if you want to actually make shit happen and you want to get women, you have to step up your game so that you can attract women that want to have sex with you. See, what's funny about his video is that he said, oh, these women be complaining about how, guys call them sluts if they have sex with a bunch of guys. But, if a guy has sex with a bunch of women, he's like, cool. But then at the end of his video, he's telling the women, hey, why don't you go and fuck your friends? Like, go fuck all your friends and even the playing field and all this other shit. So basically what happens is the guys who are in the friend zone, they're hoping and wishing and praying and they would love to basically have sex with their female friends, but they're in the friend zone because they ain't got no fucking game and they want some beta male shit. See, I want guys to understand this, right? Some of y'all who have trouble getting girls, if you are lucky, you might get some pity sex. You might. But you don't really want pity sex. You understand? Pity sex is not fun,
right? You're not going to want that type of shit. But what I'm saying to guys is this, right? Is that you have to understand that none of these women give a fuck. Like, no one is going to sit there and be like, man, you know what, guy, I understand what you're going through. And I understand that it's hard for you to get girls out of here and that you ain't got no game. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a GoFundMe, and we're going to get our community of people to, raise some funds. And then we're going to start a task force to help you get the baddest bitches out here who want to fuck you and suck you whenever you want. Like, nobody's going to do that shit. You understand? You have to go out there and get what you want. You have to go out there and be the type of man that women want to fuck. See, a lot of guys will say, well, this isn't fair because, women can just have sex easily and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, women can have sex easily, but women also, on the flip side, have their own issues too, because there's a lot of women out there who want boyfriends and husbands, and they can't get that because their game is weak too. You understand? Their game is weak too. So think about it this way. Imagine some goofy chick that you don't like, right, wants you to be her man. Are you just going to be her man and like help her out and shit? No, you're not, because you don't desire to do that. So these women aren't going to just fuck you because they don't desire to fuck you. You have to be a guy they desire to fuck. You understand? You said guys complain about being friend zoned, but she aggressively fucks all of her male friends. They'd complain about her being a slut. Well, this is the thing. A lot of these dudes, what they do is this, is the reason why they're complaining, or the reason why they're looking down with, when it comes to women having sex, is because those women are not having sex with them. That's what it boils down to. You understand? See, what it boils down to is a lot of guys, right, actually are envious of how easy it is for women to get sex. You understand? I'm saying it again. A lot of guys are envious of how easy it is for women to get sex. So what they do is they come up with all of these stupid ass like things about body counts and pair bonding and all this other extra shit to shame women so that those guys who are shaming them could feel better about themselves. See, ain't no guy out here who's really getting pussy complaining about chicks fucking. Why? Because they're the guys that the chicks are fucking. You understand? He said, it's nothing wrong with women being sluts. Is that a question? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with women. You want women to be sluts. What are you talking about? If you like to fuck, how are you going to fuck if a woman ain't being a slut? Huh? If you want to fuck, how are you going to fuck if the woman's not being a slut? So you want to marry every chick you fuck? You want to get into a long-term relationship first before you fuck a girl? No. See, it's interesting how dudes will slut shame, right? But at the same time, you want to fuck. It don't work. You got to pick a side. You got to pick a side. So either you're going to be the guy that wants to fuck women, or you're going to be the guy that's not fucking women. But you can't be the guy that's fucking women, but then at the same time, get mad at women for fucking. It don't work that way. Don't work that way. And see, what the beta male has in his mind, he's like, I got to convince the girl. You see in the video, he kept saying, I got to convince you to fuck me, and I'll just take it because, I'm a loser, basically. See, a guy who actually is attractive, who gets girls that want to fuck with him, and most guys who actually are living this life know exactly what I'm about to talk about. There's times where women that, are on your roster or chicks that you're talking to or whatever it is like that want to come over and suck your dick. And then you have to tell them, I can't today. I'm sorry. I can't see you today. Right? And then they'll get pissed off, a little angry sometimes. Some of them will be cool with it, but you'll have women who want to come see you to give you the pussy, and you'll turn them down, Either because you busy with some other shit you doing, you got some other girl you fucking at the time. Listen, I remember when, I had a get together at my crib years ago when I was living in Williamsburg, right? So there was a chick so I invited some people over, whatever. And, it was a small little get together, nothing too crazy. And I invited a chick over who was a chick I was cool with, and we would like fuck from time to time. You understand what I'm saying? Like we was on some fuck buddy shit, right? And she was cool. So, I'll see her around or whatever it is like that. And then I invited this other girl who I haven't fucked yet, right? But I wanted to fuck. I wanted to smash. But I told her, I was like, yeah, come through. I'm having this little get-together party, right? So the fuck buddy chick, so as the night is winding down and people are leaving, right? The fuck buddy chick, she's like, can I stay the night? Because, it's getting late, blah, blah, blah. So I said, nah, you can't stay the night tonight. And she's like, why not? And I'm like, well, listen, you can't stay the night tonight because I'm kicking it with Shorty over here. You understand? But I didn't say that in front of the other girl. The other girl was like in the bathroom where she was talking to somebody else in the hallway or some shit like that. But I said, nah, you got to go home tonight. So the chick who was the fuck buddy girl wanted to stay over, have sex, sleep over, whatever it is. And I told her no. You understand? And what happened is that she got all upset. She got all in her feelings, but she left. You understand? And then I ended up smashing another girl. Right? So I'm not sitting there trying to convince chicks to give me pussy. I'm not sitting there having to go on 3, 4, 5 dates with the girls that I'm trying to get pussy from. You understand? I'm just fucking who I want to fuck when I want to fuck them. You understand? But if you're the type of guy who has not been in these situations, you're not going to understand it. And the reason why you're not in these situations is because your game is weak. The reason why your game is weak is because you don't study the fucking game. You understand? Exactly, Casey said chicks calling you stingy and selfish because you tell them no dick tonight. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But dudes who are beta males don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that shit. They're like, well, you got to convince a girl and you got to take a girl on 3 dates. It's not fair, Locario. It's not fair. We got to go and take these girls on 3 or 4 dates. We got to do all that extra shit. No. See, they have to do all that extra shit. Guys who have game don't. It's that simple. It's that simple. But guys, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. If you want to call in, call the number is 516-387-1224. 516-387-1224 is the number. So you said, so Mr. Locario, I get a lot of numbers and get to see women in their crib, I guess you're trying to say, but they not fucking. That means they have medium interest, right? What should I do for them to fuck? Well, yeah, that's the thing. See, just because, you bring a girl to your house or you go to a woman's house doesn't necessarily mean she's going to fuck you. Women will use you for attention if you let them. But this is why the more direct you are, the harder it is for a woman to waste your time. You understand? So I always tell guys, listen, before you go over to chick's house or before she comes to your house, it should be clear that you want to fuck. You understand? So you should say, hey, listen, when I get there, I want you to be in, some underwear and panties, because as soon as I get in, I'm just throwing you in the room and I'm fucking the shit out you. You understand? Just say that. So then now she could be like, oh, but no, I actually just wanted to chill and blah, blah, blah. You'd be like, all right, well, cool. Listen, you chill at your house by yourself. When you're ready to get this dick.
Dick is a gift.
Call me. That's it.
It's a gift. It's a gift.
You know what I'm saying? That is it. So a lot of times you guys get like your time wasted because you're scared to let a chick know what it is. See, the thing is this: when you're direct with a woman, it's more so to get the situation going to where you're not wasting your time. Because if she wants to fuck you and you said, hey, I'm gonna come over and fuck, she's gonna be like, cool, hell yeah, I'm ready, let's go. But if she was gonna waste your time, she's going to, you know, be like, oh no, actually this and this and that. And then this is the funny part. Sometimes a chick will pretend or act like she's gonna do it. You come over, or she comes over, right? And then she'll be like, oh, but I changed my mind, or she'll just like change her mind about it. And it's like, cool. But what happens is that if she does change her mind, what you got to do is that you have to immediately stop the situation and then kick her out. You understand? You tell her this. Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Respectfully, though. See, this is the thing. This is what a lot of dudes do. They'll have a girl come to their house, right? They'll put on some Netflix movie or some goofy shit. Then they'll have the girl chill with them for like an hour, hour and a half. They put their arm around the girl and trying to touch the girl. The girl is like moving their hand away and acting like that, you know, doing all that goofy shit. And then another hour passes. He's trying to make something happen. Nothing goes down. And then she leaves. And then he's pissed off. Right? Now, what you should do is you let a girl know, hey, come through to the crib because we fucking. Then when she gets into the crib, you say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? How's your day? Blah, blah, blah. Probably speak to her for like 2 minutes. And then you start grabbing the chick, kissing her, doing all that other stuff. Now, if she's like, oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, cool. Well, listen. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Respectfully, though, right? So don't let her soak up the time, because this is what happens. If you let a girl come to your house and you trying to fuck, and then you sitting there watching Netflix for an hour and a half, and then you're chilling and talking for another hour, she's already soaked up 2.5 hours of your time. So she won. So if she wasn't interested in fucking you, right? Guess what? You just got fucked, because you just got fucked out of 2.5 hours of your time. But if you were to, you know, let the sex be what it needs to be from the beginning, you will see if she's bullshitting, and then you kick her out as soon as she got there. You understand what I'm saying? It's so simple. But a lot of guys are scared of hearing no. A lot of guys are so thirsty, they want to prolong the situation, and this is why they get their time wasted. You understand? So let a girl know what you're trying to do. And then when she gets there, or if you go to her house or whatever it is, and she ain't trying to do it, if she's at your crib, tell her to get out. If you're at her place, just leave. You understand? You said some girls bring up excuse saying they haven't shaven and stupid shit like that. Be like, all right, cool. Well, listen, take your ass home, go shave, and then come back. Or go to the store. There's a fucking, CVS or Target down this way. Go get yourself some joints, come back, go in the bathroom, shave, and then we could get it popping. But if you don't want to do that, then bounce. See, what y'all got to understand is this. Women will try to use, they know you want sex, so they're going to try to use you for your time and not give you sex. Because understand, just because a woman is giving you attention doesn't mean she's sexually attracted to you. Doesn't mean she want to have sex with you. So you need to find out, does this woman want to have sex with me? And then when you find out she doesn't, tell her to get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Respectfully, though. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Said, Mr. I've been listening to your teachings for years. My problem is to have time for them, lose interest quick, more focus on myself, though. What I learned, I'm not the biggest player. I'm satisfied. What? You gotta, what's the question though? You know what I'm saying? You guys, you gotta ask a question, because I don't know. I don't see the question in that. You said, since you've been in the entertainment industry, do you believe some of the stuff on The Ultimatum could be staged or scripted? Well, yeah, that's the thing. Most of these reality shows, it's not necessarily scripted in a sense where there's an actual script they're reading and the reading lines, but they do stage certain things and sort of like influence you to like be like, oh, go over there and say this to her or finish up this conversation so we can get it on film or some shit like that. You see what I mean? So they do that type of shit. Shout out to my dude Miles Cunningham in the building. Shout out to my dude Miles in the building. He says, is it better to give your number to or take hers? If so, how do you orchestrate it? The novelty of getting numbers has worn off, LOL. Well, that's the thing. If you give her your number and you tell her to call you, right? That is showing some form of interest. Right now, if you take her number and you call her, you still don't even know if she's interested in you or not at all because she just gave you the number. That don't mean nothing. You understand? Now, the thing is this, if a woman is interested in you, whether you give her your number or you take her number, it doesn't matter because if you hit her up, she's going to be interested and respond. And if you give her your number, she's going to hit you up and then y'all will do what you got to do, right? The thing is less work on your part if you give her the number. You understand what I'm saying? So if you give her the number and tell her to call you, it's less work on your part. And if she does call you, one, it shows that she follows instructions, and two, it shows that she has some form of interest. Now, that still doesn't mean that she's sexually interested in you. You understand what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that. See, a lot of y'all guys have to understand that sexual interest is a whole different thing than a woman just being interested. You understand? So a woman could be interested in you because she's like, oh, you got a lot of money, or, oh, he seems fun, so I can like hang out with him and talk to him about bullshit. Oh, I can like, put him in the friend zone and have him, follow me around and do shit for me because I know he likes me, but I'm not going to fuck him. Like, so you got to see if this chick has sexual interest in you. You see what I'm saying? You got to know how to do that shit. And the way you do that is flirt and build sexual tension to see her reaction. He said the fear of asking for what you want and the fear of rejection. Why men have these fears when it comes to sex and women? Because dudes got an ego. You understand? Most of these guys, their ego is in the way of them getting success. So if you're the type of motherfucker who, you have this big ego, right? That's stopping you from actually making moves because you have this image of yourself. And then what happens is when you actually talk to a woman, the image that you have of yourself might be shattered based off of the outcome of that approach. You understand? So a lot of guys, they think they're really cool. You understand? And then they base their image of coolness, right, on this sort of idea of who they have, in their mind of who they are. And so in their mind, like, oh, they're like super awesome and all these chicks want me. Because if you notice, what's interesting is how a lot of guys on the internet, on these YouTube streets, gravitated to this whole choosing signal shit. Like choosing signals are happening all goddamn day. Niggas just going out their house and chicks is just giving them choosing signals left and right and everything is crazy, right? Now, if that's the case, why would anyone be watching any of these videos? You understand? Why? Why would anyone be watching any videos about game, about dating, about picking up women, about why would there be all these incels? Why would there be MGTOW? Why would there be a red pill? If it was all about choosing signals and just wait for choosing signals, then why don't niggas just wait for choosing signals? Huh? But they can't because it ain't happening. You understand what I'm saying? They can't wait for something that's not happening. But see, it sounds nice. It sounds better than, oh, well, I don't got to approach a girl. Yeah, I'll just wait for choosing signals because I'm a bitch ass nigga. You understand? It sounds good, but it's not happening. And so what happens is that these guys have this idea in their head that they're the type of nigga that's going to get a bunch of choosing signals. But it doesn't happen in reality like that. And then they have to actually go and approach a woman. But they don't want to approach a woman because if they get rejected, then what's going to happen is it's going to shatter the image of who they thought they was, even though deep down, they know they're not the image that they think they are in their head. You understand? You said we don't shit about game. What? I don't understand it. You got to rephrase that. You got to rephrase that. I don't know what that means. So Tristan's the last question. Literally the last chicken I took home, or you saying chick, took home for the week from the club hotel. As soon, ooh, damn, more burping this shit. As soon as she said she changed her mind, you bounced. Well, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Let me go to 908. 908 was popping. Who this?
Trent?
What up?
Yo, Trent, what up? It's
what?
Your boy All Mental.
Oh, shit. What up? This is my nigga. What's going on, bro? What you been up to?
Can't complain, man. Just soaking in the knowledge that you give us from time to time when I can tune in.
That's what's up.
I want to say, bro, here's my whole thing, yo. And you got to pick up the phone when I call you, brother. We've been saying you got to take me out in the field.
What's going on?
Nah, but another question I wanted to ask though. It's like, why is it that when a woman knows that she wants to be with you, but then she gets all scared and stuff, saying, I don't know, and I'm emotional, I just got out of a relationship. Why do they say that shit? What the hell is that?
Right. Well, the thing is that, sometimes what happens is that a woman, she doesn't necessarily want to be with you, but she wants to use you for the situation that you can provide her. Meaning it's like she wants the attention, she wants the energy from you, she wants you to take her out, but she's not going to commit to you because she don't like you like that. Because see, this is the thing. The dynamic, and I actually did an interview about this yesterday. The dynamic is really supposed to be the woman is supposed to be begging you for the relationship, not the other way around. You're not supposed to be saying to a girl, hey, I want to be with you. I want you to be my girl and blah, blah, blah. No, it's supposed to be her saying, I want you to be my man. And then you decide whether or not you want her to be in that situation. You see what I'm saying? So if you're saying to her, hey, I want you to be my girl, blah, 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 what that means is, and she's like, no, I'm not, she's not really feeling you like that, but she's using you for attention. She's using you for the fact you're taking her out on dates. She's using you for the fact that you're talking to her on the phone. Because even though a woman might not necessarily be attracted to you in the sense of sex or in the sense of a relationship, most women, 90% of women are attracted to most men's attention. Do you understand what I'm saying? So a woman will always take some attention. You understand? Like women, attention is like money to them. Like they don't turn that shit down in most cases. You see what I'm saying? So you're thinking, so you might be thinking, oh man, we're actually having a good rapport and she likes me, because she'll act like she likes you to get more attention. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's all it is.
I feel what you're saying.
That's all it is, bro.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, man.
Because like you said, because I got these chicks, they like to play games. It's like, look, we all getting older. I ain't trying to, they like to play these games.
I agree. That's the thing. Well, the thing is, they're gonna play it because dudes is playing it with them. That's what I'm saying. You gotta see. The thing is too. You gotta see. How a woman is responding to you at all times is going to tell you everything you need to know. But also, you have to be in a situation where you're the type of guy that women are responding to in a way that shows you that they're interested. So if a woman is sexually interested in you, she's going to respond to your sexual advances. If a woman is interested in a relationship with you, you don't need to even ever tell a woman about being in a relationship. A woman will tell you that she wants to be in a relationship with you. You understand what I'm saying? She'll be like, where is this going? We've been seeing each other for a while, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. She'll be throwing hints and shit. Those are the women who actually like you. But if the guy has to be saying it, then that's really an issue in a lot of cases. You see what I'm saying?
Got you. All right, my brother. Nah, good looks ahead on the advice, man. But yeah, I'll definitely holler at you later on, and we'll build some more on some other stuff. All right.
That's what's up, man. I'm a holler, man. Appreciate your call, my brother. All right. So most guys don't know how to create the experience they want. That's facts. I was doing this interview yesterday, and we was talking about that shit where, you should never really have to say to a girl, hey, I want you to be my girlfriend. I want you to be with me, right? A chick is really supposed to be begging you for this shit. You understand? And then you bestow her the position when she's ready for that position. You understand? Because think about it this way, right? Always try to tell guys this, right? Or look at it this way. If you have a job or you're making a lot of money somehow, you have your own business, but you got money. Are you out in the street with a cup begging for change? Huh? No, you're not, right? Why are you not out in the street begging for change? Because you don't need to. You don't need the change. You don't need the money because you got it. You understand? So what happens is that the only reason the beggar is begging for change is because he ain't got no fucking money. The only reason a man is begging for a relationship is because he ain't got no bitches. You understand what I'm saying? So essentially, when you're telling a woman, hey, I want you to be my girl, whatever, you're communicating to her that you ain't got no women, that you're thirsty for a relationship, and then therefore you are automatically unattractive. It's just like niggas who trick. If you're able to get pussy, you don't need to pay for the pussy. You understand? See, if people are giving out free bottles of water, you just take the water. But when you go into a convenience store, you pay for the water. Why? Because the water ain't free. But when the water's free, you just take it. You understand? But when the water ain't free, you got to pay. So the same thing with tricks. The pussy ain't free for them. They got to pay. You understand? All these passport bros and all that other shit, them niggas got to pay because they can't get pussy for free. You understand? It's so simple, guys. I'm trying to tell y'all. The game is not that complicated. You understand? See, what happens with a lot of guys is this, right? It's not that you got to be a player, right? It's not that you got to have a bunch of girls or whatever. I'm not saying that. Because you might be like, but Locario, I just want a girlfriend and I want a girl and I like this girl in my school and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, cool. That's fine. But she should still be the one trying to get the relationship from you. Shouldn't be the other way around. So if the girl that you're talking to, dealing with, interacting with isn't trying to be your girl, right? That means she doesn't desire you. You understand? You should never, as a man, have to approach a woman for a relationship. Never. Not even one time. Right? See, you can put a chick in a relationship once you vetted her, and then of course that's gonna make more sense because y'all been together, everything's been cool. But even with that, her actions are showing you she wants to be your girl because she's been with you for that long while you've been vetting her. You see what I'm saying? But if you've been chilling with a chick for like 3-4 months, and you're like, hey, Sally, I really like you, and I think we should move our relationship to the next level. And, I was wondering maybe like if you'd be my girl, like the fuck? No. Listen, and I'm telling y'all this from personal experience. Like way back in the day, I remember there was this one chick, man. I forgot where I met this girl, but anyway, I was at her crib or whatever, and this shit was so stupid. I had to have been like 19 or some shit at this point, either 18 or 19 or something like that. But anyway, and I remember she was a little older. She was probably like 20, 21 or some shit. Anyway, so I go over to this chick's house. We smash. This shit is so funny. Like I'm thinking about it now. I go over to her house, we smash. And then she was like, I said, what you doing this weekend? She's like, I'm going to visit my, my family, like upstate or somewhere the fuck she was going. So she was going to be gone for like the weekend or some shit, right? So, and I remember, I think that around this time, I was only seeing this girl for maybe like less than a month. And I said to her, I was like, hey, I really like you. Like, I want you to be my girlfriend. So she said yes, right? She said, yeah, that's good. Let's do that, right? But what I remember her saying yes, but she thought about it for a minute, then said yes, but said it in a way where it was kind of like, I knew she wasn't like for real, but she said it because it was almost like, you know, when somebody asks you something and then you answer them in the way that they want to hear on the spot because you don't want to hurt their feelings. It was like that type of shit. Like, it's almost like she said yes to me because she didn't want to hurt my feelings, right? So anyway, she goes away for that weekend. So I hit her up and I'm like, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. And she responds, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what's going on, whatever. And we talking a little bit. So that was like Friday. Saturday, I hit her up again. Hey, what's going on? Blah, 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 whatever. And then she didn't respond. So Sunday comes and I didn't respond. I didn't send her a text. And she sent me a text that morning. She was like, hey, you know, I don't think we should be boyfriend and girlfriend anymore now that I'm thinking about it, and yada, 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 yada. Right? Exactly. This is audio of me back in the day.
I don't know what to do. Oh my God, Facebook.
That was me back in the day.
I can't believe this shit.
Terrible. It was terrible.
All these months I've been dealing with her.
It was crazy.
And I just thought she was official. She lied to me.
And nigga, I was tight. You understand? I was having I was having red pill rage before red pill was a shit. It was anything. You understand what I'm saying? I was tight. Exactly. So it would be like MySpace helped me. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, it was bad. But see, that's what happens when you ain't got no experience, when you're thirsty, right? Because this is what happens. When your game is terrible, right? You don't really have access to women like this, right? You don't really have the skill, the know-how, the confidence, none of that shit, right? So then when you get a woman that you like, you want to lock it down. You understand? You want to lock it down. So then what happens is that you start acting like a little beta ass bitch, and then you're just like, hey, I really like you. Can you be my girlfriend? And no. You understand what I'm saying? So you're trying to lock it down because you're like, oh, I'm getting some sex. I want to keep having sex. I like her. She's cute, whatever. So you want her to be your girl. Right? But what you have to understand is that the relationship is not going to work because a woman has to choose you to be her boyfriend, meaning that she has to have the desire to want you in that way. So it don't matter that you want her to be your girl, right? It only matters if she wants you to be her man because that's the only way she's going to cooperate. You understand? Shout out to April MC in the building. Shout out to April with your sexy ass girl. So that's what I'm saying. Like, see, the thing is that if you're trying to make a girl your girlfriend, but she doesn't desire you as a boyfriend, it's not going to work. And the funny part is some women will say yes, just like the girl that I was telling you a story where she said, yeah, but she begrudgingly said it. She wasn't really into it or whatever. So the woman has to want it for it to work. So if the woman has to want it for it to work, then you have to see if the woman wants it. And if the woman wants it, what is she going to do? She's going to say, so where's this going? Hey, we've been going out for a while and I think we should move our relationship to the next level. She should be saying that, not you. You understand? Because understand this, if you're going to be in a monogamous relationship, right? If you're going to be in a monogamous relationship, what it is this, is that a woman is presenting basically like an argument as to why you should choose her over all the other chicks you're fucking with or all the other chicks you could potentially fuck with. You understand? So that's why she's begging or pleading for the relationship. And then you decide to give that to her based off of her actually, you know, doing what she needed to do during the vetting process. You understand? Because think about it this way. Tell me if this makes sense. Imagine you're a guy who has the skill and know-how to get multiple women who want to fuck with him. Not only that, you actually have a roster of women who want to have sex with you. Beautiful women that not only want to have sex with you, but they want to buy you gifts. They want to do a bunch of other crazy shit, and they want to do all this extra stuff, right? Now, tell me if this makes sense. Why would a guy like that be with any one particular woman and then say to her, hey, girl, I want to be with just you? Forget all these other hot chicks that want to suck my dick whenever the fuck I want them to suck my dick, and they're buying me gifts, giving me money, cooking me food. All these other women and new women are coming in every day. I got a crazy rotation, and that all of that. I'm going to give all that up for you. Now, you're not even asking me for a relationship. I'm begging you for a relationship. I'm begging you to only be with you and not fuck with all this other shit. Does that make any sense? Doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? That's like a entrepreneur who's making millions of dollars saying, hey, Walmart, I like your policies and I like what you're doing here at Walmart. I actually want to give up all these millions of dollars to work here at Walmart for a paycheck every 2 weeks. I would really love that. I would really love it. I would really love that. I would really, all these millions of dollars that I have and all that other shit, fuck that. I would really love to work here at Walmart, wear that, the uniform, whatever you guys wear, and just, spend my days here. Does that make any sense? No. Now, what happens though is that let's say you have a guy who's a entrepreneur, let's say he's making millions of dollars, and he meets some sort of company, corporation, or whatever, and they say, hey, listen, we want to partner with you, or we want to work with you to make, we'll make you like $4 billion in the next 6 years. But in order to make this $4 billion, I just want you to work with us for the next few years, right? So now the millionaire is like, interesting. So I'm making millions here, but if I only fuck with you, I can make billions for the next few years. I can fuck with you for the next few years. So you know what? I might take you up on that, right? So what happens is that the woman has to be super on point. You understand? She has to show the guy that she is super on point for an extended period of time, consistently show him that this is what it's worth. You being in a monogamous relationship with me is worth all this other shit you got going on over here. But see, what happens though is this. It's not really like that. The guy's not a millionaire. The guy is a broke ass nigga, not doing shit, right? And he's begging to work at Walmart. That's what most niggas are today. You understand? So this is what happens. This is what happens. This is what happens when you're a thirsty dude looking for a relationship with a woman. You're like the broke guy begging to work at Walmart. You understand? That's what it is. So you gotta understand how these dynamics play out, people. Let me get 7 win. I think this is Moses. Moses, what's going on? What's popping, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, Locario. I donated. How you doing, my man?
Appreciate the donation. What's going on?
Yeah, man. Listen, it's crazy. I took a very long time to ask this question because I wanted to, just keep it going to see if it works. But it just got to the point where I know I gotta ask this question. Like, my question is this: like I always tell you, Amos, I always go on a Saturday night. I always go to bars, 3 different spots on a Saturday night because I know there's a group of women there, so I could up my numbers more. Now, the problem for me is this. Now, I want to know your thoughts. Am I doing it wrong or am I doing it correctly? Like, where is like this one particular spot is like loaded with women, right? Like it's filled with mad women.
Right.
Now, I don't really be flirting with them that much. I just talk to them, try to get their numbers, and then after that, just so I could speed up the process of talking to as much women as I can, trying to get numbers as I can. When I say trying to get numbers, I'm talking about I tell them to give me my number. I don't ask for them for it. You understand? So, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, because and then for some reason, when I get those girls' numbers, well, I would say majority of them end up flaking for some reason. So, is it because of that, or is it because of what's your thoughts?
So you're saying, is it because that you're speeding through the process and talking to a bunch of women? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not really necessarily that. It's basically, well, first of all, it's going to be a numbers game anyway. So you got to go through a bunch of women. But what it is this: you still sometimes have to recognize and notice which women are responding to you in a way that's showing that they have some sort of sexual interest. But that also has to do with how you're approaching the conversation and the interaction. You see what I'm saying? So, for example, if I go, I could go up to like 50 girls and just talk about nothing and talk regular. Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? What's going on? How's your day going? Oh, cool. Where you from? And oh, where do you work at? And what do you like to do for fun? I could talk all that shit, right? And I can exchange numbers with all those girls. What's going to happen is that most of those chicks are probably not going to respond to me anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Because there was no interaction that was letting her know that I was interested in her sexually, or that I was trying to make it, take it to that next level, right? And then also what happens is that sort of gives her an idea, or it makes her think of me a certain way based off of how I'm coming at her. So now I'm just like the regular cookie cutter guy that comes up to her and just talks about nothing. Now, if I was to go up to all those 50 girls, right, and now the conversation is different, where I let them know and I say, hey, listen, I came over here because I thought you were really attractive. And I was thinking me and you need to get together sometime so we can hook up. Right now, if I just say that, simply say that, right? Once I say that, I can see the response between, each of the women. So let's say out of those 50 women, let's say 20 of them, right, responded like, oh, no, I'm not with that. And I have a boyfriend and I'm not that type of girl, whatever, right? So off the bat, those 20 women, I wouldn't even exchange numbers with. I'd just be like, all right, well, you have a nice day. And I keep it moving, right? Now, the other 30, let's say out of those 30, I got 15 who was like, yo, like they was down. It was like, hell yeah. And they, licking their lips and they giving me that little eye and I'm going back and forth talking with them. So all 15 of those girls, I say, hey, listen, here's my number. Holler at me, right? Now, the other 15 was kind of like indifferent. You understand? So now I got 15 out of 50 who were showing sexual interest. Now, what happens is that out of that 15, then maybe let's say I get maybe 5 or 6 out of the 15 who's going to actually come see me, because for whatever reason, the other girls, they fucking changed their mind. The ex-boyfriend came through. They started to figure out, hey, I'm not really into this like that. So those other girls fell off. So now I'm getting 6 out of those 15 who were showing me that interest. You see what I'm saying? But what happens is that I got 6 out of 15 versus 0 out of 15, because with those 6, I was actually interacting with them in a way to let it be clear and let it be known this is what I want to do with them sexually. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that you got to be more specific and more clear about why you're exchanging numbers with the women, so that they have the reason as to why they're hitting you back up. You understand what I'm saying? Versus just getting girls' numbers, giving them your number, whereas the experience was just whatever. It was just regular. You understand what I'm saying? And therefore, it doesn't have any impact because nothing has really been stated. You understand? Like, for example, real quick, I just want you to get this clear. If I came up to you and I said, hey, I'd be like, hey, bro, what's your name? And you're like, oh, Moses. Hey, bro, Moses, you seem cool. Like, here's my number. Hit me up tomorrow, right? You'd be like, okay, you know what I mean? But then if I said, hey, Moses, I say, hey, bro, what's your name? You're like, Moses, listen, actually, my job is to give, people $10 million, every year. And you're one of the people in the runnings for the 10 million. But all you have to do is call me back tomorrow at 7:00 and you'll be one of the people on the list. Right now, you'll be like, oh, shit, cool. So you have more of an incentive to call me back because it's clear as to why you're calling me. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. You understand? I mean, it's crazy because, ever since I got on the Bad Boys membership, it's really helped me be clear because when I step up to these chicks, I really am clear about it. I don't want you to think that I'm not clear about what I want because I really do. Because remember, I also listen to Kay Zagin's video as well when you're not on. And I can't remember one of the videos. He also said when you step up to women, you understand? The words, at least at some point, the word sexy got to come out your mouth. At least,
right?
You understand? Now, I do approach women. I say, hey, how you doing? The reason why I approach you is because I see you sexy and things like that. For something, well, at least the word sexy is always gonna come out my mouth.
Right?
You understand? And then I said, before I get the number, I said, hey, listen, let me get your number so we could definitely get together this week and hook up. Now, some of them do give me the number. Now, here's what's crazy. The ones who give me the number, when I hit them up the next day, for some reason, a lot of them bullshit. A lot of them was like, oh, nah, I'm not into that. A lot of them changed their mind quickly. Now, there was time where I don't remember. I think I told you on Miles this. There was times when I told the chick, let's hook up. And then I broke it down what the word hookup means because she actually told me what it was.
Right.
Excuse me. I told her what it was. She asked me what it was, and then for some reason she got upset and started cursing me out. Like, yo, why the fuck would you come to a woman like that? That's disgusting, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, listen, you have my number. When you're ready to do it, get back in touch with me. Now, what came to my mind was, no, she's not. She's just upset of the fact that I'm not giving her room to bullshit because she's probably. And by the way, guess who she was? A dime. You understand? A baddie. You understand? Now, yeah. Now she's just mad because she just got a lot of idiots that's sucking her ass, and she thinking I'm gonna do that. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry.
Right.
You understand? So that's why I wanted to elaborate on that. I like I said, I'm on a membership. I'm out here. I'm just practicing. I'm getting a lot of flakes. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just kicking them to the curb. But at least when I get flaked, I'm like, well, at least I didn't hit her up. At least I didn't talk to her all day. At least I didn't spend the whole week talking to her. You understand? It's just that I got on the phone. I set up a date. That day came. She just flaked. So whatever.
Right.
I just delete her.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing that's going to happen regardless. You're going to get flakes. You're going to get women who are going to, like reject what you're saying. You're going to get women who are going to like be wishy-washy. That's why you have to stay as clear and consistent as you can so that you sift through the bullshit so that you can get the right women who's going to resonate with what you're saying. You see what I'm saying? Because part of it too is that it's not only you being clear, it's also you being clear about how she's responding. So a lot of times guys will say, well, I said this and I said this to her. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, what was her response? Were you paying attention to how she was responding? Because if you're paying attention, sometimes it'll already tell you, okay, this woman ain't going to call me back. This woman, she's going to be wishy-washy because based off of the response from the beginning, I already knew. So sometimes what happens is certain women, you don't even necessarily even need to give them your information or give them your number because based off of their response in the first conversation, it's showing that they're not really feeling you. You see what I'm saying? So you don't even have to bother. You can be like, all right, well, you have a good day, and you just keep the shit pushing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. One last thing I want to mention, and I'm gonna get out of here. Listen. Also, another thing is, I'm pretty obviously you know better than I do. You understand? Now, listen. You're gonna approach women right now. When you walk up to women, they're gonna pretend. Now, listen. This happened to me a few times. They try to pretend that they like me. And they try to pretend that they're excited for me to lead the conversation and get their numbers. And then when you hit them up the next day, or probably in the further down the week or future later, you find out the woman don't like you. You understand? So it just goes to show that they're all over the place. Like the one moment they like you, then when you hit them up, try to set up a date, they don't like you.
No, but sometimes that means that they wasn't. No, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it means they didn't like you in the first place. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the thing that confuses a lot of guys. A guy thinks that a woman likes them because the woman took the number or the woman was smiling at them in the conversation or whatever like that, right? What I'm saying to guys is that y'all have to be able to talk to a woman, right? And make things clear so that she understands what you're actually doing and saying so that she can respond specifically to that. So then what happens is that based off of her response to that, right? All you're doing is creating situations where she has to lean more into that response she just gave you. So for example, if I say to a girl, hey, listen, I'm not really the type that want to go on dates or whatever, and I'm sexually attracted to you and I just want to, meet up with you and get you naked, right? And if she's laughing and she's like, blushing and shit, and I'm like, yo, listen, let's make this happen this weekend. And she's like, all right, cool, we could do that. And then I say, okay, cool, here's my number, right? And then what happens is that I say to her, listen, hit me up tonight at 8:00 and shit, and then we'll set something up. So then if she hit me up at 8:00, right? Let's say if she is actually a woman who's down for it, I'm going to set it up and we're going to get it cracking. But if she was an attention whore, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, listen, when she called me, I'm going to be like, listen, this Friday coming up or whatever, and we're gonna meet here, and then after that, we're gonna go back to my crib and all this other shit, right? Now, if she starts saying, oh, but I don't know, like maybe we could do this and maybe we should. I'm like, no, we're done. Listen, you know what I want to do? Hit me up when you're ready to make that happen, and I cut the conversation off, right? So basically, the more that direct I am, the more clear I am, the less she can bullshit and the less time she's going to have to get my attention if she's trying to bullshit. So either one or two things are going to happen. Either I'm going to fuck her or I'm not. But what's not going to happen is I'm not going to waste my time. You see what I'm saying? But that's from you being as clear as possible in the situation, my brother. But Moses, I appreciate the call, man.
Yeah,
I'm going to holler at you, man. Appreciate it. Let's go to 678 and then 503. 678, what's popping? Who this?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
I did donate, bro. I know you like money, bro.
All right, what's going on? What's the question?
Well, I guess my question is, I feel like I still have some beta traits, I guess, but I'm still working on, I guess, taking on the entire alpha role of what that requires me to be. But ultimately, I just feel like I'm not happy. So like I understand, like I'm at a point in my life where I'm working constantly, so I don't have a lot of time as much to talk to women. So my numbers as far as how many women I talk to each day has gone down. So with that, I'm not talking to as many women. I'm actually not talking to any now anyways. But that's just because of the numbers have gone down. But my issue is ultimately, even when I was talking to women a lot and I was getting, better results, the issue with all the relationships I was having was I'm just not happy. And it doesn't matter if I have sex with the women the same day or multiple women. It's just I'm not fucking happy. I don't have friends. So I struggle with trying to share my thoughts with people and get, feedback that I would enjoy someone, hanging out with and chill. Like someone who I could watch the game with and like shoot shit with. Like that's what I feel like would make me happier, and I don't have that. So what advice could you give to me to help me find happiness in this life?
Well, it's the thing. I got some good news and I got some bad news for you. Which one you want first?
Bad news first.
Okay. The bad news is, actually, it's both good news. I'll just say this. I got some good news and I got some good news. The good news is that nothing can make you happy. Okay? So you're saying, well, if I have somebody to chill with and hang out, that's not going to make you happy, bro. See, what you got to understand is, and this is why you're not happy. You're trying to find happiness through those things. You're trying to find happiness through situations and circumstances, which is not going to make you happy. So right now, you're not happy hooking up with girls or doing what you do because you're looking for something else, thinking that's going to make you happy or happier. You understand what I'm saying? So what you got to understand is that nothing you're doing, or if you're trying to look for things outside or any type of material things or any type of situations to make you happy, that's not going to make you happy. So you're going to be chasing your tail over and over again, and then you're going to be frustrated because you're trying to search for something that doesn't exist. You understand what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that happiness doesn't exist. I'm saying happiness does not exist outside of you. That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? So you got to understand that part first. You know what I mean? So what is it about? Because you was like, you know, you would hook up with a girl, or you know, you would interact with chicks, but you wasn't happy because you didn't have like a girlfriend or something. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Like situations would come up like where I would have a good situation with a woman, but like she's not giving me enough time. Like I can't hang out with her or see her enough. So I just get rid of her, and then I later regret it because it's just like, well, fuck now I got to go back and try to do all the work again to get something.
So wait. Okay, so hold on. So what do you mean that she's not giving you enough time? What does that mean? Like what? Give me an example.
So for instance, my career path, I'm a cosmetologist, but I'm trying to basically be able to do barber and cosmetology too. So I'm working around the fucking clock. Then I also decided to pick up real estate, and so that's really making me work around the fucking clock. So I met this girl in school, and she's basically a student as well, like a beauty student. So she would be working a full-time fucking job all day, and then she would go to school in the afternoon. And so I'm trying to squeeze a little bit of time in, you know, I can with whatever time I can throughout the week. And it didn't happen because of how busy our schedules were. So I just ended up getting rid of her.
So how is it? Wait, hold on. So is it she has no time or you don't have no time?
I don't have any time really, but I try to tell myself I do. That's the fucking issue.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, with the time you do have, right, or how much time that is, why don't you just use that time to interact with the women that you deal with? Like, what's the issue?
I don't know. I guess ultimately I feel like I don't have enough time, and I still have to work on making time, because I have to make time even if I were to have friends, like you said, like I would have to make time for them. And so the issue is, I say I want to do all this stuff, but at the end of the day, I don't see on the back end what it takes to maintain all of that stuff.
Well, the first thing you got to understand, you got to look at, okay, you work 7 days a week?
I work every fucking day, bro.
You work every day from what time to what time?
Well, basically it depends on what the day is. So like Mondays through Fridays can vary. And then Saturdays, Sundays, I'm like round the clock.
Okay. And so during the week, when the time is varying, right? Do you have any time?
As a stylist or barber, our normal days of operation, if you really trying to make money at the beginning, is like 9 to 6 or 7, and that's just like standard. If you really trying to make money, you would work like 10, 12-hour shifts every day. Like
okay, so
5 days a week.
So let me ask you this: Do you do online dating?
I had Bumble, and I listened to some of your shit on Tinder and OkCupid. So I was just swiping right on all that. But the issue was you meet so many fucked up, like, you got to go through so many chicks, man. I'm like, fuck that, bro.
Well, see, that's your issue right there.
I'd rather get the feedback right in person. I'd rather get the feedback in person, dog.
No, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, okay, if you're extra busy, right, and you got all this shit going on and you got all this stuff popping off, right, and you don't have any time for a situation or anything going on, right, then you're gonna probably have to wait until you actually have time. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is this: you're choosing to fill your time up with 10 million jobs like you Jamaican or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is, right, so what happens is that you're choosing to do that. So now you're choosing to do that, so you're closing up the amount of time that you can have for other things. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're going to have to choose. So either you're going to have to say, listen, I'm going to be a super workaholic with 3-4 jobs where I work all day, 7 days a week with, you know, only time to sleep and eat and shit. Then that's what it's going to be until you switch it up. Because what happens is that you're going to need time to do certain things because you can only do so much. You see what I'm saying? Even with myself, for example, I'm non-monogamous. I could fuck with a bunch of women, but I don't have enough time to fuck with all those women. You understand? So there's a limit on how many women I can fuck with because of the time issue. So right now, your time is limited. So, and what it sounds like is like you're doing a bunch of stuff, and then therefore you don't actually have any time to fuck with women, period, at this point, if you're doing like 3-4 things and you're working 7 days a week. You understand what I'm saying? Now,
right, but
that's what I'm asking you.
I need a messenger. I need a messenger, Locario.
You need a what?
I would rather fuck a chick. I would rather fuck a chick enough to where she's on the dick enough to where she runs and does the damn errands, dog. Because that's how little amount of time I have. I don't fucking like the grocery shop.
Right, but this what I'm saying. But this what I'm saying. How are you gonna get to that point though? You need time to get that.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that you need time in order to get to the point where you can actually have that situation in place. You see what I'm saying? But that's going to take some time. So what I'm saying is this, is that everything like for example, right? If do you go to the gym?
Yeah.
Okay. When do you go to the gym?
So I'm starting to be on some jail shit because I got these little man boobs. I'm trying to get rid of that shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm literally going like 5-7 days a week. I do different things every day though. Okay, so you go to like the gym 5 to 7 days a week, right? Because that's also too how I'm able to talk to the amount of women that I want to, at least 3. If I see 3, you know, that day or whatever in the gym, I try to go 2 different times each day so I can at least.
Wait, hold on. So
the time that I
wait, so you say you go to the gym 2 or 3 times a day?
No. I go twice. So I'll go in the morning. So I typically like to wake up. Like I'm an early bird, I would say, and a night owl. I'm a night owl really on the weekend. But I wake up at like 5, 6 in the morning on the weekdays, go to the gym in the mornings. Sometimes there's women in there that I can talk to. Sometimes there's not. I'll go in there, do that, then come back, work whatever fucking I do throughout the day. End my day typically around like 8 or 9. Mm-hmm. So then I'll go to the gym for like an hour or so there.
Okay, so wait, stop. Hold on. See, this is what I'm saying. Your time management sucks. Because if you're going to the gym twice a day, you can start going to the gym once a day and then use that other hour you would go to the gym to fuck with women. You see what I'm saying? So you need to have better time management skills, bro. That's what I'm saying. So like what I'm saying is you have time, you're just choosing how to fill up your time. You see what I'm saying? And you're choosing to fill up your time with everything else besides dealing with women, but you also at the same time want to deal with women just magically. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, you need to put time in just like how you put time in at the gym. It's the same shit. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is anything that you choose to put your time in, you're going to get a result from that situation. And then what you choose not to put your time in, you're not going to get a result from that situation. Because I could say, a person could say the same thing about the gym. A person could say, man, I really want to get a nice body, but I work all day and I'm doing, real estate and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm like, okay, well, you're choosing to do all these things and neglect the gym. So of course, then you're not going to have a fit body. So you have to choose what you want to spend your time on to get a result of that situation. So that's what I'm saying with your situation. You're filling your time up with everything else besides women, but then you want women. It don't work that way. Dealing with women has to be a part of your time if you want that to happen. That's what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying? I know a lot of these red pill videos and I know a lot of these dudes on YouTube try to tell you, hey, just be on your purpose and women are going to come. It's not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen that way, bro. So you got to choose to switch your time up and figure some shit out. Or
so where do I go though? Where do I go if I don't drink and I only have like an hour or so to do what I want to do? Where am I? Where do you go?
Easy. Get online. Get on these online dating apps, right? Excuse me. Get on the dating apps. Holler at chicks on the dating apps, and set up a time where y'all can meet at the same time where you was gonna go to the gym at night. So if you're saying, okay, I usually go to the gym at night at 8:00, go to the gym at 6 a.m, or whenever you go to the gym in the morning, meet the women at 8. You ain't even got to drink. You can go to the fucking, like, bro, there was a point where I didn't drink for 2 years and I would still go to bars. I say, meet me at the bar. I get me a fucking Diet Coke and the chick get whatever the fuck she want. And then we talk.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's it.
I see. Okay. All right. All
right, bro. You gotta put that time in, my brother. All right, man. I'm gonna holler at you, man. I appreciate the call. All right. So let's go to 503. 503. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, man. This is Nas.
What up, bro? What's going on? Did you donate?
Yeah, I did, man.
All right. What's going on?
Hey, man. I have a few things I just want to say real quick. So first of all, like, thank you. Like, you didn't save my life like that, but you kind of did, you know?
Man, I ain't do shit.
No, it's because like the title today, right? Like beta male tear shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those guys. I used to be like that. I used to cry over knowing that bitch could like fuck around, you know, things like that.
Right.
But after like watching you out, like the stream from like female's nature or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That stream was really good, man. Like it just helped me understand what is really going on, you know?
Right.
Cause like you keep hearing these guys on like red pill shit. They're just hurt. They hurt. They kind of they have a bunch of things on their head. Mm-hmm. I understand where they're coming from, you know?
Mm-hmm. So what's good with you though? So, you have a question or anything?
Yeah, I also have a question. So I'm still like getting off my beta male shit. Mm. So why should I accept if a girl wants to sleep around?
You said why? You said why should you accept it?
Yeah, like, you know, if I want to be in an open relationship.
Wait, I'm confused. So are you saying you want to be in an open relationship?
Yeah, like if I want to be in an open relationship and, you know.
Oh, you're saying should you accept that a woman's gonna want to fuck around if you want to be in an open relationship? Is that the question?
Yeah, basically.
So I'm trying to get this. So you're saying you want to be in an open relationship, and you're saying how do you accept it that she might want to be with other men? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is the thing. What you have to understand is that
because I want to sleep around too, you know.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're going to be in a relationship, you're gonna go and fuck with other women. But this is the thing. What most guys do is when they think of open relationships or non-monogamy or whatever, they're thinking about it in the sense of they want to fuck with other women, but they don't want the women they fucking with to fuck with other dudes, right? That's what most guys will think at first, right? Now, it's not saying that can't happen. It can. Usually it doesn't work that way because what happens is that shit usually fizzles out because either the guy can't handle dealing with all those women who are only dealing with him, or what happens is that the women start to say, man, fuck this. Why am I even doing this when I know I want to get some extra dick? You understand what I'm saying? So either one of those two things happen and then usually it fizzles out. So what I'm saying is this, is that if you're thinking about being in an open relationship, in a non-monogamous relationship and all that other stuff, right? You have to sort of change your relationship that you have with sex, meaning that it's not going to work if you put sex on a pedestal. You understand what I'm saying? It's not going to work if you're the type of person who is extremely jealous when it comes to those type of interactions. Now, it's not to say that you can't feel jealousy because you might feel it or whatever, right? But what I'm saying is that you're going to need to learn to work past that, right? Now, what also you have to understand is that most dudes are not going to be equipped to have an open situation because, one, it works best if you're the type of guy who actually can get other women, right? Because if you're the type of dude, because this is the reason why a lot of guys feel the type of way about open relationships, is because when they think about it, they think about a guy and a girl together, the girl fucking with a whole bunch of dudes, and the guy is at home playing video games and sitting there twiddling his thumbs and shit. You understand what I'm saying? So it's coming from a beta male perspective of, that's crazy. How are you going to do that? Because your girl going to be with other men and you're going to get cucked or some stupid shit, right? Now, what happens is right, when you're the guy who actually knows how to get women, you understand that in order for you to be able to have a main woman or main women and also be able to fuck other women, right? You're going to need a certain amount of time and energy to do those things. And it's super difficult to fuck a bunch of girls while all the girls are only trying to fuck you. You understand? It's super difficult. You see what I mean? And so what happens is that it's not about you accepting it. It's about, if you're really doing it, in most cases, you're going to want that to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that her fucking other dudes means I'm fucking more women. You understand? But then I also get the benefits. I also get the benefits of having a main chick that's going to do what the fuck she wants, that I want her to do. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Okay. You see what I mean? That's what you got to understand. Okay. But if you're a beta male, you don't understand that, because what happens is, what betas do is they latch on to one woman because they feel that this is what they can get. Because if they don't have her, who they fucking? Nobody. You understand what I'm saying? But a guy who actually can get women, he can get all these women, but at the same time, right, he has a main chick who's got the position of main chick who can benefit him in other areas. So you get the best of both worlds. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times what happens also too is, if you're monogamous, unfortunately, when you're monogamous, the woman sort of controls your sex life. Meaning that if she ain't trying to fuck, you ain't fucking. You understand? But if you're go ahead. Yeah. Now go ahead. What you gonna say?
No, man, like this, I don't think this dudes are ready for what you say, man. Like, you gotta get into this shit to understand it.
Mm-hmm. Say it again?
Oh, all I'm saying, man, is like, you're dropping jams like bombs, man. Like, you're talking about like another level shit, like when you are that guy.
Mm-hmm. Right, so you're saying that.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying you're saying that you're not ready for all that.
No, I'm not there yet. That's it. I'm just asking this because I didn't understand. Like,
no, that's why I'm glad you. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you asking, because most dudes don't, trust me. Most dudes they can't do that type of life. I'm saying most dudes are not for that type of life. Most dudes need to be monogamous. You understand what I'm saying? Most dudes need to be in a monogamous relationship and just hope and pray their girl don't cheat on them. That's all they need to do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but when you discover that you have like choice, options, like it comes a different thing, man. Like these dudes that are just crying, they don't know what they're talking about, man.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, this is why you got to have self-awareness in the game. You got to understand what you can handle, what you can't handle, what you like, what you don't like. That's really what it's about. That's why I say the truth is inside you. You got to figure out what is your truth. What are the things that you actually want? How can you get those things, and how can you maintain those situations? And unfortunately, what happens is a lot of guys are in situations, or they get themselves in situations that they don't really necessarily understand or want, but they just stay in them, or they get in them because they think they're supposed to do that type of situation that way. And then they're just, frustrated, unhappy, pissed off or whatever, and not really enjoying themselves. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And I used to be like that, man. I used to be happy. I used to cry like, bitches, they fucking someone, but not me. But, at the end, if you understand why they don't fucking you, it's because, like, you're not approaching them. That's basically it.
Well, yeah. And also, it's the mindset. The reason why a lot of guys are not getting women, or not getting as much sex as they want is because they have the mindset of a judgmental beta male. You understand? So if you're saying to women, you guys are fucked up for having sex and you're a slut and you're a whore and you're body counting, pair bonding, all that other stuff. You can't be that guy and also be fucking. It's impossible. It's like I went to years ago, I went to this seminar about making money. And it was a guy, this rich dude, and he was talking, he said, if you say money is the root of evil, and if you think all rich people are scammers and assholes, you're most likely never going to be rich because your thoughts are basically in complete opposition to what you want. So if you think money is the root of evil, how the fuck you gonna get money? If you think women are bad for fucking, how you gonna get a lot of sex? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly, man.
It's really that simple. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Cool, man. And I just want to ask something like real quick. I'm at that point where I do when I like start with the shit, like approaching women.
Mm-hmm.
So what will I like start doing? Let's say.
You said what
like,
you
start like walking up.
You said what should you start doing if you want to start approaching women? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. There you go. Like just a basic roadmap, I guess.
I mean, bro, you just got to start approaching, man. Start approaching and start talking. A lot of stuff that you'll learn about getting women, picking up women is going to happen when you approach, because you'll learn more about yourself through the approach. Because let's say you start approaching women tomorrow and then you approach a bunch of different women and you realize that, or let's take it back. Let's say you go out today and you're like, I'm going to approach a bunch of girls. And then you go out and you approach nobody. Now you learned that you're scared to approach. You see what I'm saying? But you would have never known that unless you went out to try to approach. So now that you know you're scared, you're like, damn, well, how do I get over this fear? What am I supposed to do to get over the fear to approach a woman? So now this is where you could come to myself or another, reputable dating coach and say, hey, well, I went out there, I tried to approach women. I stood outside for a while. I was about to approach this girl, approach that girl. So now that I know the level you're at, it's easier for me to give you information that could specifically help you to get to the next step. So I might say, hey, listen, what you do next time, go outside tomorrow, and I want you to just go up to like 5 women and say hi, and then or good morning, and then just, leave it at that. You understand? And so it's something super simple, but something that can be done just to get you out of your comfort zone to just start talking. So you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You got to start doing it so you can see where you're at, so then you can actually see where you need to go. You know what I mean? But also, if you need some coaching, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what's good. All right?
Yeah. And a quick question about that. So if I get a coaching call with you, like I can ask a lot of questions and things like that.
Say that again?
If I get a coaching call with you, you can explain the thing to me, I guess? Like, because I gotta say, I'm scared.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we do in the coaching calls, man. That's what the point of the coaching. The coaching is designed specifically for you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I encourage people to get coaching, because what I do on YouTube is more general stuff. When I'm talking to the person individually, it's individual for your specific situation. So hit me up on MrLocario.com or email me and I'll send you all the details, man. But I appreciate the call, my brother. All right, I'm gonna go 619 and I'm gonna head up out of here. 619, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's going on, Locario? I donated, by the way.
Appreciate it. What's good? What's going on?
So, in one of your live streams, right, you talked about, and I also have the book, How to Have Sex with 2 Girls a Day.
Right.
You talked about what you call field talk, about like when you're talking to a girl, you could say like, "Oh, you seem nervous," or certain ways to like push her buttons and tap into her emotions and shit.
Right.
Just go into that like in a bit more detail, like just so I can have a better understanding of it.
Yeah. So basically, what it is this, like the whole concept of field talk. What I talk about in that book is more, and I made it real simple in the book, but more so it's just about being in a situation where you're talking to a girl and she's feeling some sort of emotion through having the interaction with you, right? So what most guys do when they talk to women, right? They're talking to women based off of just like regular small talk that anybody would have with anybody, right? Oh, how's your day? Where'd you come from? What do you do for work? And what are your hobbies? And, hey, do you come here often? And, like just regular shit like that, right? But Field talk is just really getting a woman in her feelings, right? And so one of the easiest things to do with that is to make the situation sexual. Because what happens is that either she's going to be about it or she's not going to be about it, but that only benefits you, right? So if she's about it, then what it is that you're making her feel those things based off of you. So she's attaching the feeling that she's feeling at the moment with you, right? So if she wants that feeling again, who does she got to go to? She got to go to you, right? So what happens is that when you're talking to a girl, instead of just having regular small talk conversations, you know, for like an hour or so, whatever, you meet some girl at a bar, she'll talk to you because you're giving her attention, but she doesn't really feel anything. She's like, oh, we're just having a conversation, right? But what happens is that if you're talking to a girl and you're flirting with her and you're building sexual tension and you're getting her to smile and blush and giggle and like, you know, and laugh and, you know, have those feelings towards you, then what happens is that that's the thing that makes her more attracted to you because it's coming from you. You see what I'm saying? That's why I teach on a membership and everything like that. Different ways to talk to a girl, ways to seduce a girl, certain things that, you know, certain types of things you can say and all that other stuff, right? Now, once you get the hang of talking to girls and interacting with women, right, you'll start to recognize and notice when a particular girl is feeling you based off of your interaction. You understand? Based off your conversation, based off of her body language, how she's moving in towards you, all that other shit. You see what I'm saying? So for example, if I'm talking to a girl, right, this is the type of conversation you don't want to have with women, right? I meet a girl at a bar, I'm sitting next to her at the bar, whatever, and I talk to her and I say, hey, how's it going? And she's like, oh, I'm good. And I'm like, so, what brings you here? And she's like, oh, I just came, I get a drink after work, and I'm like, oh, cool. So where do you work? She's like, oh, I'm a teacher. I work at, so-and-so school, like, down the road. Oh, cool. What grade do you teach? Oh, I teach 6th grade. Like boring. Nothing's, what I'm saying? She's just going back and forth having a conversation. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the conversations that you do want to have, you understand what I'm saying, is where you are actually making it more fun, flirtatious, sexual, that type of thing in the situation. So for example, same situation, you're at the bar, you see the girl, and you can always, start with small talk for like a second or whatever. That's whatever. Say, hey, miss, how you doing? She's like, oh, I'm good. She's like, how are you? And you're like, oh yeah, I'm cool. You're like, so what brings you here? She's like, oh, just getting a drink after work, wanting to decompress or whatever. And then you're like, oh, that's cool. And you're like, oh, well, that's cool. Actually, I just came from work. What do you do? Oh, I'm a teacher. Oh, you're a teacher, really? And then she's like, yeah. And I'm like, and then you say, oh yeah, I really like teachers, because I heard teachers are really freaky. And then she's like, what? Yeah, I heard teachers like are really, really freaky in the bedroom because, they got to be all proper in the class, but outside the classroom, they get really freaky. So is that you? She's like, I don't know, man. What do you mean? And like, look, I can tell you're really freaky. Like the way you're looking at me, you know what I'm saying? Like now we're getting into an interesting conversation about sex, about her being freaky and all that other shit. You understand what I'm saying? So now that conversation is going to make her feel either embarrassed, like turned on, fucking flustered, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Versus you just having a regular conversation about nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that the field talk is just really getting her into a certain feeling talking to you. You see what I'm saying? Which creates a certain perception of who she sees you as. You understand? Because all it is, I always talk about a type. A woman has to see you as the type of guy who knows how to interact with women. See, that's most women's issue with like dealing with men is they deal with a lot of guys who don't know how to interact with women. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the issue. But go ahead. What you gonna say?
No, that makes sense. I was listening.
Right.
So, because in one of your live streams, you gave a specific example, and you said like if you tell a chick something like when you talking to her, oh, you seem nervous, or like, and you said that'll make her feel certain things. Like, well, that's not really flirting. So what is that really doing then?
You said if you say to a girl you seem nervous?
Yeah, something like that. Like that's the example that you gave on the live stream. I was just wondering, like, what's that specific purpose of telling her that?
Well, I'd have to hear that live stream again because I got to see what context and what I'm talking about. But all it is really is not necessarily just because this is what I want you guys to not get confused with. I don't want you guys to get confused with the particular language. You understand? Because you can say anything. You understand what I'm saying to a woman, right? All it is, it's about the intention. Right. It's about the intention, and it's about like how you're saying what you're saying. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not about necessarily what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. Because you can say anything, but if you're saying it in a way, right, where you don't have any intention behind it, or you're not saying it in a way where you're trying to lead to a certain situation, then it doesn't really matter, because then it's not going to be felt. You understand? It's just like, for example, you know, when you watch a movie and it's a really good movie and the actors are amazing and you get so caught up in the story because the acting is really good and the storyline is good and everything is perfect. And you're so drawn in because of that. Then you watch a movie and the movie might look nice. The cinematography is cool, but the actor sucks. So now, because the actor sucks, it takes you out of the movie. So you're paying more attention to the fact that this guy can't act than actually the what's going on in the story, whatever it is. Like, they're like, damn, this guy sucks. His acting is terrible, right? So what happens is that because the feeling behind what's going on isn't really connecting, you disconnect. You understand what I'm saying? So when a guy is talking to a woman, right, and he's just like talking like, hey, so what's going on and what's your job and blah, 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 blah. There's a disconnect there, because what he really wants to talk about is, hey, I'm really interested in getting with you. But he's not saying anything about that. He's just talking regular shit. You understand what I'm saying? Versus if he's really being in alignment with his actual intention, then she feels it more because it's more real. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. So women know when you're talking to them, right? You're not just talking to them just to talk to them. But what happens is that there's a disconnect there, because you're basically the bad actor. You're acting like you're just trying to be friendly when you know you really want to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So when a guy is putting his intention based off of what he wants to do within the words he's saying and the things he's doing, then it's more congruent and there's not a disconnect there. You understand what I'm saying? And so that makes the guy more real. You see what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, for sure.
That's what it is. All right, my brother. Appreciate the call, bro. Mahalo. Peace. All right. So guys, that's pretty much it. Listen, I'm going to be back tonight, me and Miles, at what time? 10 p.m. 10 p.m. tonight. So I'm going to be back tonight. Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership. And I will holler at y'all later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm out.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're going to have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You know, you can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, the things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.